Hi, I'm really excited to be here today. Today's session is about brain-based learning on collaboration. Albert Einstein once said, "A great thought begins by seeing things differently, with a shift of the mind's eye." This session will be one of the most unforgettable sessions in your lives. Before we start, please stand up. Find a person that you do not know and form groups of two, please. Find a person you do not know and groups of two. Okay. Okay, we have 2 minutes in total. We have 2 minutes in total, so 1 minute per person. Please introduce yourself to the person in front of you and tell that person 3 most important aspects of collaborative work culture and why they are important. So 2 minutes in total, 1 minute per person. Let's start now. We are doing an exercise, feel free to do it together. We are doing an exercise, you need to do it with another person, groups of two, and answer those questions. You have 1 minute to do it. Yes. Last 1 minute. Last 1 minute. We are doing an exercise. You have 30 seconds to answer those questions. You can do it together. Time is up, time is up. Round of applause for doing the first exercise. Great, I would like to hear from few people very briefly what you discussed. Who wants to share very briefly? Who wants to share what you discussed?
So we had listening.
Okay.
And also knowing your intention.
Okay.
Why you want to collaborate.
Listening and intention of why to collaborate. What else?
Sharing thinking.
Okay.
To bring out new ideas, making sure that people are connected, people can see the same vision through collaboration.
Okay. So sharing, connectedness, and vision. Working without silos. Good point as well. Collaboration is a big area, it's a big topic. And in this session, we are going to focus 2 aspects of collaboration, namely active listening and creating synergy. We will do it in a very unique way. We will do it in a brain-based manner using music, percussion as a tool. Before that, I would like to present myself very briefly. I have 2 hats. One hat is about music. Here you can see a photo taken in Dublin, Ireland. I am opening the stage for a Grammy-winning artist from the US. I'm a percussionist, and I'm a Remo endorsed artist. The second hat that I have is about business. I got a scholarship from Fulbright, and I did my master's in the US in the area of conflict resolution. I worked at leading companies around the world, and now I'm a founder of Solution Folder. At Solution Folder, we imagine a world where organizations have a collaborative work culture. This is our vision. We achieve that by providing training solutions on leadership development and collaboration. And you can see just some of our references. Here is our agenda today, 3 points. Factors affecting collaboration, importance of brain-based learning, experiential learning. And later, we will do a session together with experiential learning on collaboration. And then I'm going to present you a framework from MIT, which you can use to create action items to improve collaboration at work. So let's start. I'm going to start with a question. Based on a study done at Stanford, certain percentage of cross-functional teams are dysfunctional, meaning they are not successful. Can anyone have any guess? What percentage? 85, 60, 90? Sort of close. According to this study, it's 75%. There are many factors which affect cross-functional collaboration, and one of them, cross-functional team success, and one of them is collaboration. So the main question here is, how can we create a collaborative workplace? I'm going to show you 3 levels of employees and 3 perspectives of an organization. And when they are combined together, it increases our possibility to create a collaborative workplace. So let's start with 3 levels: personal, team, and leadership levels. Let's imagine our company wants to create a collaborative workplace. At personal level, meaning employees, we provide them with trainings, workshops on collaboration. Let's imagine everyone attends these trainings, they learn the most of it, and they put in practice what they learn. This is a great start, but on its own, it's not enough. Because at the team level, team leads, managers, they should help their team members, they should encourage them, support them, coach them, so that this expected behavior can be reinforced. Equally important is the leadership. Leadership sets the tone. Ideally, leadership should be a role model of collaboration. Otherwise, we have limitations of achieving collaboration at a company level. In addition to this, we need to consider 3 levels of an organization: cultural, political, and strategic design. Cultural perspective is about values, beliefs, and mindset. What are the values of our organization? Do we have a value related to teamwork or collaboration? And second question, do our employees know these values? Third question, do they embrace these values? Do they put in practice these values? If they do, then it's a great start, and we need to consider these 2 other points which help the cultural aspect. Political perspective is red, it's blood, it's conflict. The main question here is, who has the power and how is power distributed? So in case there is one person with the power, one team manager or a director, and the power is not distributed, that is lack of empowerment, then we cannot really talk about free flow of information within and across teams. So we can have limitations of achieving collaboration. The third point is strategic design aspect. This includes organizational chart, processes, tools, systems, and structures that we have. Sometimes by changing these processes and tools and systems, we are likely to positively influence collaboration. So what we provide is just one of the interventions to make organizations more collaborative workplaces. How do we do it? I would like to present you Prof. Michel Resnick. He's a learning research prof at MIT Media Lab specifically, which is one of the most innovative labs in the world. Prof. Resnick had spent his life with the fascinating question of what makes the best learning experience. There is a large volume of research which shows that the best learning experience is experiential learning, learning by doing, where learners construct their own knowledge. In September 2017, Prof. Resnick wrote a book called Lifelong Kindergarten. In this book, he makes the point that the best learning experience should include 3 points: play, peers, and projects. Play in the sense that we try something new, make mistakes, learn from them, and improve. Peers mean collaborative efforts of learners. And projects mean specific tasks to be done in a given time. In fact, this is the approach that we use. Bless you. One of the tools we use is music. Research on brain shows that music activates different parts of the brain. So it engages learners and it creates a multisensory experience. So this brings us to brain-based learning. Brain-based learning is also a comprehensive topic, and I'm going to give you some key points of it that today we are going to experience together. So let's start with the first one. Later on, we will do an experiential learning through percussion. You'll get percussion instruments. So it's auditory, visual, and kinesthetic experience. So this helps us to learn in a more holistic way. The second aspect of brain-based learning is instruction time. Research shows that our brains can focus fully only in a certain amount of time. So you will see in this session as well, my instruction time would be maximum 10-15 minutes, maximum 15 minutes between different activities. So this allows learners to concentrate in the best way possible. The third point is about instructional variety. The more variety of instruction we have, one-to-one, group activities, and different exercises, this helps us to learn more effectively. The last point is about movement in training. Research shows that when we stand up, the level of oxygen increases in our brain. You will notice that throughout the session, we will do certain activities standing up rather than sitting down 1 hour long. So this helps us to learn more effectively. Here is one concept from Sharon Baha. She's a leading expert on brain-based learning. She uses a concept called 4 C's. This is the approach I use as well. 4 C's means connections, concepts, concrete practices, and conclusion. Connections mean short, fast activities right in the beginning of learning sessions to connect learners with the topic, like what we did in the beginning. Stand up, groups of 2, answer questions, 2 minutes, and then continue. Second one is concepts. In this learning session, our concept is collaboration with a focus on active listening and creating synergy. We will do that later on and you will see it. Concrete steps are about specific exercises that we will use. In this session, percussion is one of the exercises that we are going to have. And the last point, conclusion, in brain-based learning, it's about what learners believe the key takeaways are. It's not what I, as trainer, tell you the key takeaways. You create your own takeaways. I'm going to present you an approach from MIT, and you will create your own action items to make impact at work. So I'm going to present you a few use cases about experiential learning. One of them is from BAE Systems. It's one of the leading defense companies in the world. BAE Systems approached us with this challenge. BAE Systems basically has 2 groups of employees. One group working there for more than 15 years, and another group which consists of recent university graduates. It turns out that these 2 groups of people have difficulty collaborating with each other. So we created a learning experience where these 2 groups of people could come together and create something beautiful. Of course, percussion was one of the tools we used. And later, people created action items to strengthen collaboration in their teams. The impact was that it was the first time after so many months that these 2 groups of people could come together and enjoy collaborating with each other. Of course, later on, BAE Systems changed the team structure, they changed processes, they provided more theoretical trainings. But they started this change with us because with our solution, it's relatively easy, fun, and effective to talk about collaboration. You can see some photos from sessions. We create a space where inspiration bubbles, and then learners create action items to make impact at work. The second one is from Securitas. It's one of the leading private security companies in the world. Securitas came to us with this challenge. Certain employees are not embracing company values. So the company tried different methods. CEO gave talks, they did organize workshops, panel sessions. And this time the company said, okay, we would like to do something extraordinary, something out of the box. So we created a learning session where employees from low levels to top management started coming to the workshop room. And as they entered the room, we as facilitators, we played 3 rhythms to represent 3 values of the company. And one by one, they joined the rhythm with the small instruments that they played. And it provided such a powerful way for the CEO later to talk about company values. Because the message was, once we listen to each other, once we create synergy out of diversity, once we act in a synchronized way for a common vision, for a common goal, and once we are aligned with company values, these rhythms were a metaphor for that, then we can achieve everything. Of course, later on there were sessions where employees expressed their concerns about company culture. They exchanged ideas on how to improve the company culture. So we are really proud that Securitas partnered with us to strengthen its company culture. Another photo taken in Berlin, Germany a few months ago, it was a summit organized by a company headquartered in San Francisco. There were many talks here from high-level officials, professionals from big companies, startups, panel sessions, workshops. Out of all the sessions, this one was selected as a highlight of the conference. Here you see 300 people. It was a keynote. The topic was collaboration with a focus on diversity and inclusion. Why it was selected as a highlight, I think it was very engaging and interactive because it engaged left side of the brain with data, statistics. You will see later on, we will do the session, short one. And also it engaged the right side of the brain with emotions and taking part in this session. Last photo, it's a session on collaborative leadership for leadership development. 6 aspects of collaborative leadership. And here you see leaders creating ideas to put in practice at work. And most of the time, the learner rating of our sessions is at least 9 out of 10 or more than that. So enough talking. We are going to experience this. Later on, I'm going to present you a framework from MIT. The MIT framework is more analytical left side. And then we will create action items to make impact at work. First, I'm going to present you the instruments that we are going to use. By the way, if it's okay for you, if it's possible, if you can make the time going up rather than going down, it would help me. If not, you can leave it that way. So, okay. First, I'm going to show you the instruments, and then the team later will give you, and then we will start. We have 3 groups of instruments. First group is egg shaker. We play it by shaking it. It's easy. Second group of instruments we have is metal sound. We play it with 2 hands. I recommend you to play with 2 hands to have better control. Metal sounds. And the last group of instruments we have is wooden sounds. It comes with a band. Please feel free to take it out. And you can play it like this. It's called Klabe. Now the team will distribute the instruments. Make sure to get only 1 instrument, okay? Please raise your hand if you do not have an instrument. Please raise your hand if you do not have any instrument. Okay, everyone has an instrument. We are going to, as I said, the topic is collaboration with a focus on active listening and creating synergy. First, we are going to start with a warm-up. So I would like to see people with egg shakers. Please stand up. So let's play with me. Let's play faster. Let's play slowly, slowly, slowly. Let's play softly. Nice. Let's play loudly. Okay, great. You can sit back. People with meta sounds, please stand up. Let's play together. Let's play faster. Faster, faster. Okay, slowly, slowly. Nice. Softly. Beautiful. Now louder. Okay, beautiful. You can sit back. People with wooden blocks, claves. Let's play. Faster. Slowly. Now silently. Wow, good. Now louder. Okay, beautiful. You can sit back. Okay, let's start with active listening. There is a famous researcher in the US called Richard Boyatzis. Since 1970s, he has been doing studies on leadership. He has written a lot of books. In one of the studies, which covers more than 100 countries, 70 to 80% of employees believe that people in leadership and management positions do not add any significant value at work. There is another study which shows that 94% of people in leadership and management positions believe that they are great leaders. There is a big discrepancy between these two numbers. There are many factors which affect this, and we believe that one of the factors is lack of active listening between leaders, managers, and employees. So we are going to do an exercise about active listening. I give you 2 seconds to take photos, and then we will do it. So we have new people coming, so you can get instruments as well, the team will give you. Okay, so we are going to do an exercise on active listening. I have this instrument with me. I'm going to play this instrument, and when I play this instrument, I'm going to do this gesture, and when I do this gesture, you will play exactly what I play here, and you also need to play all at the same time, okay? So please stand up. I'm going to play this instrument, do this gesture. When I do this gesture, you will play exactly what I play, and you also need to play at the same time. I see at the very end 2 people. Can you please come towards the middle so that you can see me? Come, come, come. Yes, great. Can everyone see me clearly? Feel free to come to the middle as well so that you can see me. It's important. Yeah? Okay. I'm going to play this, do this gesture. You will play what I play, and you also need to play at the same time. Are you ready? Yes? Okay, let's start. Let's do it again. Did you play at the same time? No, yeah. Not much, not fully. It's normal, it's okay. It means that you are listening. Let's do it again. Good. Good, better. Nice. Nice. Again. Good. Nice. Beautiful. Nice. Nice. Keep playing, keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. Continue, continue, continue. Continue, continue, continue. Louder, 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 louder. Softly, softly, softly. Louder, louder. Continue, continue playing. 3, 2, 1, stop. Round of applause, please. In this simple exercise, we covered active listening. Active listening has 2 components. Listening to ourselves, whether I'm playing it correctly, and also listening to others to ensure that we are all playing at the same time. Active listening is a crucial aspect of collaborative workplace. Now please exchange instruments, get a new instrument from someone else, and we will continue. Okay, we covered active listening. Now we are going to creating synergy. According to a study done by McKinsey, businesses with diverse and engaged employees see revenue increases of up to what percentage? Any guesses? 8%? 80? 80%, what else? 50. 50 was closer, 46%. The instruments that we have here is just a metaphor for diversity. In fact, we're a diverse group of people here with different skill sets, experiences, values, beliefs, educational backgrounds. It's like in our organizations. We have different departments: marketing, sales, human resources, finance, growth, product teams, research and development. And one of the key points in business is to create synergy out of all these differences. And that's what we are going to do right now through percussion. By the way, I see a new person coming. Do you have an instrument? She has. Okay, good. So we are going to do an exercise on synergy right now. We are going to create a synergy through rhythm. So I would like to see people with shakers. Please stand up. We start with shakers. I'm going to count, and then you will join me in the rhythm, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Good. Keep playing, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Please keep playing. Well done. Others, please listen to shakers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Keep playing metal sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Beautiful. Others, please listen to shakers and metal sounds. Please listen to shakers and metal sounds. Beautiful. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 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 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. Beautiful. Keep playing, please. Good job. And I'm going to play on top of what you play. So continue, please. Continue playing. Let's play softly, softly, silently, 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 more silent, silently, 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 silently. 3, 2, 1, stop. Round of applause, please. Great. Well done. You did a great job of creating this collaboration. So please exchange instruments and we'll continue. Get a new instrument from someone else around you. Okay. While creating synergy, there is an important factor in creating synergy. This factor is called synchronization. Daniel Pink is one of the leading business thinkers in the world. He is also one of the most watched TED speakers. Recently, I had the chance to meet him in Dubai at a conference where I also had a session. Daniel Pink recently wrote a book called When, The Scientific Secrets of Perfect Timing. In this book, in section 3, there is a whole chapter on synchronization. How synchronized teams are crucial for team success. In one of the pages, this is what Daniel Pink writes. I let you to read it. So being synchronized is very crucial to create synergy. Now we are going to continue the same exercise. We will create a synergy and this synchronization. This time we will do it seated and we will do it with eyes closed. The reason we do it eyes closed is to be able to feel this unique synergy in a more profound way, okay? So again, we are going to start with shakers. Please keep seated. Shaker, just show me the instruments you have. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep playing, please. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Please close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shakers, close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Brilliant. Keep playing. Others, listen to shakers, please. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Shakers, please feel this synergy that you create. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep playing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. People with metal sounds, close your eyes. Others, please listen to shakers and metal sounds. Listen, good. Keep playing, brilliant. Close your eyes. Feel this unique synergy that you create. One, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 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 2, 3, and 4. People with wooden instruments, close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 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 Close your eyes. Everyone is included. We are a diverse group of people, and we create synergy out of this. Beautiful. It's like in our organizations. We aim synergy out of diversity. Beautiful. Now I'm going to play on top of what you play. Now please open your eyes, keep playing, open your eyes, beautiful. Let's play softly, softly, silently. Silently. 3, 2, 1, stop. Round of applause, please. I congratulate you for showing the power of collaboration with a focus on active listening and creating synergy. Now, I'm going to show you a perspective from MIT. Left side of the brain, more analytical. I will explain you very quickly with examples, best practices from leading companies in the world. And then we will create action items. Let's start. MIT's perspective to collaboration include two aspects, cultural and strategic design. Cultural perspective is about values, beliefs, and mentality. Values, what are the values of our organization? Do we have a value related to teamwork, collaboration? Do our employees, know these values? And third, do they embrace them? I brought you an example, a very vivid one, to see how culture plays a role in collaborative workplace. Netflix is known for its high-performing teams. Netflix has disrupted the media industry. There are many reasons for its success. Big vision, great product, and one of the reasons is its strong culture. Netflix has an employee handbook, which is available online for everyone in the world. This employee handbook shows 7 aspects of Netflix culture. The culture is so strong that it drives the business all the way from recruitment to performance management, even to terminating contracts. Here you can see some values of Netflix: communication, collaboration, courage, passion. And below the values, you can see expected behavior of employees. There is a very small number of companies in the whole world who have codified its corporate culture so well and so completely as Netflix. So culture is an important aspect of creating a collaborative workplace. The second one is strategic design. Strategic design includes 4 aspects: grouping, linking, incentivizing, and results. I'm going to explain you these 4 components later on. First, I would like to give you an example from my own personal life about linking aspect. Here you can see my photo with Mark Zuckerberg. I was one of the first employees of Facebook in Europe. We have here Jeff, the director of learning and development, and he can also confirm what I say. So Facebook is very strong in linking aspect of strategic design. Linking meaning linking different groups of employees from different offices so that they can collaborate very well, so that they can share information freely and strengthen collaboration. Facebook uses state-of-the-art technology so that employees can collaborate. Systems, tools, software. I even remember one time in the cafeteria, we had one screen in Dublin which connects us to San Francisco office so that you can see employees wave hands, say hi. So Facebook always looks for ways, innovative ways, to link different groups of employees and to strengthen collaboration. So this is the linking aspect. Grouping is about how employees are grouped. Previously, I worked at a global company. In that company, first employees were grouped based on functions. So sales team were sitting in one place, marketing in another. Later, the company changed that, and it was based on regions, so countries. UK team, France team, Germany team. So in each country team, there were marketing and sales teams together. They were sitting together, and this allowed us to respond faster to customer inquiries and to strengthen collaboration. So sometimes by changing the grouping, we can affect collaboration. Linking, I mentioned about Facebook. It includes processes, tools, systems, structures, organizational linking includes systems, processes, and tools to link these groups of people together. Third one is incentivizing. How can we encourage employees to show this expected behavior? Rewards, employees who do a great job in cross-functional work, maybe they can get bonuses, is an example. And the last aspect is results. We want to improve collaboration, but how can we measure this? So maybe one way is to look at employee engagement surveys To a certain extent, it can give us an idea of how employees perceive themselves as collaborative. The second one is, let's imagine our company wants to create a new product or service in the next 2 years as a result of cross-functional work. And if, after creating this product, in the next 3 years, our aim is to generate 30% of our revenue from this product. If we can achieve that, that means that to a certain extent we improved collaboration in our company. So this is MIT's approach, cultural and strategic design. Here is your challenge. Please stand up, find a person you don't know, and form groups of 2. I will tell you what we are going to do. Find a person you don't know, form groups of 2, please stand up. We are going to do an exercise on this. You can do 3 as well. Can I have your attention? Okay, as far as I see, you have groups, right? Okay, here is your challenge. We have 6 minutes in total, so 3 minutes per person, or in your case, 2 minutes per person, in case you are groups of 3. 6 minutes in total. Please introduce yourselves briefly, and then, based on MIT's perspective, what are the strengths of your organization? Values, I don't know, grouping, linking, what are the strengths? And the third point, based on MIT's perspective, what are 3 action items that you can take to improve collaboration in your organization? So while creating action items, please keep in mind also personal, team, and leadership levels as well. So you see here are your questions, introduce yourself, strengths of your organization, 3 action items to improve collaboration at work. 3 minutes per person. This is a very elite group of people. I'm sure you can do this. It's a bit analytical, but it's, you are in business, so 3 minutes per person, 6 minutes in total. Let's start now.
I couldn't.
It's okay, don't worry.
Okay.
Because normally, while I was practicing, I was putting it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I saw 4, 10, and I'm like, what? But it's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay, don't worry.
Around researchers and professors.
Business people and
3 minutes, last 3 minutes.
Better ways to share, cross-share. It's embracing some level because it's
Time is up. Time is up. Time is up. Time is up. Okay. Okay. Can everyone hear me? Okay, round of applause for doing the last exercise. This was the last one. Okay, I would like to get briefly from few people. What are the action items, 3 action items that you are going to take to improve collaboration in your workplace? Who wants to share briefly? 3 action items.
Okay, I'll use one. So I've got a team of people that aren't co-located working with me, so we're going to congregate on Slack, and we're going to use Slack as a collaboration platform so that we don't have to email each other.
Great, good idea. What else? One more.
We're going to use more action learning methodologies to bring people together to find innovative solution and open them up for what happens outside of our core business.
Okay, cool. What else? I would like to get the last one.
We are creating a culture of co-development with teams.
Okay. What's one specific action item that you can take in this?
Creating focus group,
Okay, cool.
diverse
Good.
group to tackle one business priority or business challenges and really empower our people and make them accountable for the solutions.
Okay, great. These are really great ideas. The main thing is, of course, execution. When there is teamwork and collaboration, we can achieve wonderful things. So let's create wonderful things in our organizations. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
And I have to confess a certain love of this. Now, I don't know if you've, I've never said this in public before, but I don't know if you've ever played the bongos. But I have. I bought myself a set because I thought, well, it looks pretty. It's really difficult to get a good rhythm on bongos. So fair play for the man for doing what he did. What I now understand is that there's a new download number one. It's called Jing Jing Clack Clack Clack. Because that's what we did. We created a song called Jing Jing Clack Clack Clack. And it's now number one in the download charts. I've got a recommendation for you, not a book this time, but a movie that's about music that's very close to my heart. If anybody knows the music of the Tamla Motown Empire, there's a movie called Standing in the Shadows of Motown. And it's about a group called the Funk Brothers, who literally do what Mehmet just showed us on stage. They play bongos, tambourine, drums, guitar, and so on. And they were the powerhouse behind the Motown Empire. It's a phenomenally interesting kind of documentary come movie. So we've got 6 minutes for questions. Anybody have any questions for our Chief Percussion Officer here? Anybody? Yeah, we have. Look at that. Yeah, so that's great. Let's start with Marie. Go for it. The mic is coming. Oh, okay. We'll start with Tracy then back there. We'll come to you.
Mehmet,
Yes.
what about innovation? I mean, if one of us had wanted to change the rhythm here at the back, because you were free to innovate, but kind of we weren't.
That's a good question. I must this question as well. So what we did here was just a sample of what I provide, and there can be sessions where there is an aspect of innovation as well. I can tell the name. Recently, 1 month ago, I did a session at Zalando, one of the leading e-commerce companies in Europe. And one of the components was innovation. So how did we cover the innovation aspect? Again, using business, information, numbers, and connecting it to rhythm. I have very special instruments made in Germany, very high quality. They are called wow tubes. And 5 people in the group take those wow tubes, and they can play those instruments in any way that they want, as long as they keep the rhythm in harmony. So they innovate what we do. Tubes have very special sounds. You just hit, ding, ding, and they innovate what we create. So the essence of innovation sometimes is uncertainty. You need to embrace uncertainty to create something new. And with these instruments, it's a metaphor for uncertainty, because I give these instruments to people who have never used it or never seen it. I put them in an uncertain situation, and they need to innovate there. So we have practices like that.
I'd almost suggest while we've got the instruments, we have a go, but I dared listen to that. I guess that's what jazz and maybe steampunk and stuff like that is, a bit innovative and a bit random and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, great question. How do you innovate within a rhythm? How do you kind of step out of perhaps almost like a score to create something very different? So yeah, musical, powerful metaphor, isn't it? I think Marie there had a question. So in the orange, that's easy to find.
Can you share with us, thank you. Can you share with us a pragmatic example of systems and tools that you've been using at Facebook to foster a more collaborative culture?
Of course, yeah, I can share some things from my time there, and later on, I'm sure Jeff can also. Jeff, are you there? Jeff can also provide you with more information. So some collaborative things at Facebook. I can give from Facebook. I remember even in 2009, when many companies were using email to communicate, even in 2009, 2010, Facebook was already using Facebook groups for internal communication. So almost no emails, but in groups, even company executives sharing videos, announcements, and people can immediately make comments, suggestions, improvements. So using fast systems, that's one collaborative tool. I know that Facebook is collaborating with one of the best universities in the world to always look for ways of how they can, especially for employees working remotely, how to make them feel closer. Like the example I gave you with this screen. They always look for the best solutions. Always also collaborating with academia to push the limits of this. These are what come to my mind right now. More than the tools are important. At Facebook, I think another strong point was the mentality, the culture around it. But what happens in companies is that most of the time when companies want to have change, they focus on the strategic design aspect. I know a German company, very big, thousands of employees. They have a problem in collaboration. The top management sits around, they talk, and they decide to buy a new software so that employees can share information. They invest loads of money. They buy it, it's installed. 1 month passes, almost no one uses it. Another month passes again, very little usage. What this German company failed to consider was the cultural aspect of the change. So tools is important and relevant, but on its own doesn't make change. So it needs to go together with the values, how the leadership embrace it, and to do it together.
Cool, thanks. Well, we've got two there. With the fantastic shoes, you can go first. I've got a shoe bias. Anybody wear shoes like
you
that?
don't
is allowed
see
to
his
say-
shoes, so you cannot comment.
let's do it.
Yes. So my question is that the exercises which we do here with the music and with listening and with synergies, how do you visualize transfer it to the workplace afterwards? Because there are a number of practices like that. Everybody's enjoying it. Then we get back. How does it impact and influence leadership behavior afterwards? So how does it help?
That's a good question. So what I provide, as you see, is that experience, and after the experience, some business concepts like the MIT framework, where people can create action items and create steps to make impact at work. So what happens in companies when I go to, for instance, which one is that? It's a French, Spanish company. It's a very big tech company. They had a problem with collaboration because it's comprised of different other companies. So we did this session, and later on, oops.
Everybody's distracted now. Just say yes or no.
Can I? I will come to the question later. So yeah, how do you how to put it practice at work? So using with experiential learning some business concepts and frameworks so that people can create action items. One, and second with the example from the Spanish-French company. Once they create those action items, they post it on the wall, and the team leader takes those ideas, and then they later create work groups. They choose the most, 5 top suggestions, and then they create work groups to work it, to improve collaboration. So they make it more like a series of events. And coming to the question, am I a great salsa dancer? Yes, I am. Last night.
Ay caramba. Your question, sir.
So today, I mean, you've taught us 1 or 2 things, so thank you for this.
Yeah, welcome.
And what do you learn when you work with these groups, and how do you bring it back into teaching others?
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I do sessions in different parts of the world. Dubai, Turkey, Germany, Spain, what I learn. And I do it with different levels of managers, like top level, lower level, even employees. What I see is that openness of people. Sometimes, for example, I did one session in Amsterdam, mainly for directors, VPs, and I did another session in Berlin for younger people. So sometimes their perception can be different. What I notice is that sometimes at very high level, they are very careful. I don't even repeat once. They just pew, pew, pew. They get everything in comparison to the young audiences. But maybe they're not as engaged as younger ones. Younger ones are very engaged, but they're not maybe so careful as senior ones. This is based on my experience. But overall, as I say, the reaction is quite good because it engages both sides of the brain. I did sessions with engineers and different people. So every session is also a learning experience for me too. And I can get a glimpse of how people can work with each other. It kind of mirrors their work relationships as well, how much they enjoy and how engaged they are.
I quite like the sense that you almost misdirect people's concentration, so they stop pretending to be something, and this kind of permeates through that.
Definitely.
And they have to act authentically.
And there's also an element of vulnerability.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. There's lots of subliminal stuff, I think, going on here, isn't there? Yeah, for sure. So we've got one more question on here, then we go to lunch. Did we experience I think that's supposed to be collaboration or trust? Collaboration or trust?
Well, what is your answer to that?
Both. I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you did a great job. You were a very careful group, engaged, and part by part we created a, I think, unique synergy. It was a magical moment when I saw you, eyes closed, playing. So good job. Thank you.